We know that introducing children to classical music offers significant cognitive, emotional, and social benefits, like improving memory, language, and problem-solving skills. Now there's a classical musical concert series here in SoCal specifically designed for kids to discover the joy of live music.
Popsical is a family concert series that we designed specifically for families with young children. It's a concert where kids are free to be kids and they don't have to sit still and be quiet and sit in a chair for an hour. We actually have a giant play mat with quiet activities to keep their hands busy, like toy trains, puzzles, coloring pages with musical themes, and they're free to walk around, and we have them sit right up close and personal to our professional string quartet, so they have an intimate concert experience, and basically it's an introduction to classical music. I always ask the audience, raise your hand if this is your first concert ever. And most of them raise their hand at almost every concert because they're very small. And so all the musicians are like, this is so special because they're giving them that first experience. And they all have kids, so. The idea for Popsicle actually came from my own struggles as a mom. I have a 7-year-old now, and he's very energetic, a little bit on the spectrum, ADHD, and he loves music, just like me. And of course, I wanted to bring him to a concert of the music that I love so much. Being a musician myself, I tried to bring him to a kids concert, actually, a classical music kids concert, and he couldn't sit still. And I had to offer him a cookie every 5 seconds if he could just sit still and be quiet, because he's like, Mom, can we go? I just saw this need for people like myself who wants to bring their kids and expose them to this amazing genre that we do, that we love. And so he was the inspiration for Popsicle. I felt like we needed to create a concert for kids like him. I basically grew up in a string quartet. My mom played violin. She was a single mom in New York City. And so she had her quartet come rehearse in our living room. And I used to sit in the middle and color on coloring books for hours on end. I was in an orchestra when I was in elementary school in New York. And then when she moved us here to California, there was no orchestra for me. She went to go sign me up and there was nothing around. And she said, this is unacceptable. We need an orchestra for my daughter. She's from New York. I ended up going to Juilliard for my education. And one important thing we learned at Juilliard is they had this program called Artist as Citizen, which they tried to teach us that we have a moral obligation as artists to not only give and show our art to the world, but also to, expose more people to what it is that we do. And something that we actually hope to accomplish is what we call the Popsicle effect, which is we'd like to raise the next generation of kids and people to love classical music, to know about it, first of all, and to see it as one of the mainstream genres of music that they can enjoy.
You want to do Vivaldi now? Go ahead. You want to try? You try, ready? Go ahead. Very good.
So I met Ariana just playing as a freelancer around Los Angeles, and we were just seeing a lot of each other and connecting over the music, connecting over the fact that we were both moms. And so after we'd known each other for a few years, she reached out and said, I'm starting a classical concert series for kids. Are you in? And I said, of course. It is like a bit chaotic sometimes. There's crying, you could see one starting to crawl up and you're wondering if, but that's the point, right? The point is that we're all parents, and so we get it. I just want classical music to survive. I really do. And I think that when you have experiences like this, when you're a kid, and I don't know if you grew up with any classical music around, but even just that one song that your mom played on the piano, or like that one piece from a record that your dad played, and it's just something that's familiar. And like as an adult, you have nostalgia for those things. And that leads you to buy a ticket to a concert, to a symphony hall. So I think that's kind of how I see the trajectory. It's like you go to the Popsicle concert, hear Mozart, and then that memory lives with you forever. And it sort of sustains this cycle of keeping classical music alive for hundreds of years. So I brought my daughter to a Popsicle show. I think it was the first one that I played. And she was coloring with all the other kids, doing all the same stuff, and really treating me with a lot of reverence. She didn't come and tug on my skirt like I was kind of worried she would. And I could tell that she was just really proud of me, and that meant everything to me, so.
People will tell me, like, it was such a joy to see my daughter, you know, falling in love with the music. The kids, they get right up in front of the violinist sometimes and they stare, and when those kids grow up, they're gonna have that in their lives and hopefully pay it forward to their kids, and there's our Popsicle effect again.
Popsicle has concerts coming in Redondo Beach on January 25th and Studio City on the 31st. For tickets to the show or to see the full listing of concerts, head to popsiclemusic.com.